Hi, my name is Ranjani. I write a vegetarian food blog, and today I'm making very different kind of eggplant curry. It's a South Indian style eggplant curry. I'm going to use these little tiny eggplants. This is actually a recipe that I got out of a blog that I read. I really liked the way she presented it. It was very concise, very step by step. I tried it out a couple times, really enjoyed it, and so I thought I'd go ahead and share it over here. So very quickly, I just want to talk about some of the ingredients that are going to go into this. So I've got about 8 eggplants here. These are like the tiny Indian eggplants. You can easily get them at a farmer's market or an Indian grocery store. And what I've done is gone ahead and sliced them down once vertically and then once again horizontally. You do want to make sure and slice them all the way down, but not until the very end. I've also got about 2 tablespoons of grated coconut. If you can't get grated coconut, you can always use some frozen coconut, just thaw it out. I've got 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Make your own and buy some. Do check expiry dates though if you're going to buy it. I've also got 2 tablespoons of white sesame seeds. It gives this very nice nutty aroma to the dish, which I really liked. I've also got 2 tablespoons of roasted and salted peanuts. Now, you could also use some raw peanuts if you like, but make sure then to go ahead and roast them and then, I guess, adjust your salt accordingly. I've also got some tamarind that's dissolved in some warm water, and this is actually tamarind paste. You could easily get this at most grocery stores. I've just used about 1/4 teaspoon of this, and I've gone ahead and dissolved it in some hot water. I've got 1 finely chopped red onion, some cilantro just at the end, just to garnish everything. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, a little bit of cayenne or red chili powder, and some turmeric, and then season it all up with some salt. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start by putting the sesame seeds in a nice hot pan and then just toast it for a couple of minutes until you can really kind of smell this nutty aroma that it releases. And at that point, I'm going to go ahead and add some roasted peanuts as well as some of the coconut. Put that in a food processor, add a little bit of water, make a nice smooth paste out of it. Okay, so my sesame seeds have been toasting for a couple minutes and they're starting to get slightly golden brown around the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the heat, and I'm going to add my peanuts, coconuts, and the toasted sesame seeds into my food processor, and then just give it a nice whip with a little bit of water. And that's going to be the masala paste for this eggplant curry. I'm also going to go ahead and add just about maybe a tablespoon or so of water just to help along the process while I grind it up. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made a paste out of the coconut, sesame, and the peanuts. I did end up adding a little bit more water to it, about another teaspoon and a half. So you want to make sure and get something that's pretty smooth, nice consistency like this. So go ahead and put this aside. And what I've done here is I've got a pan. It's going about medium-high heat. I put a little bit of oil in it, and I'm just dropping in my eggplants. And you want to just let them saute up, fry up for a little bit until they get nice and soft and they're cooked maybe about three-quarters of the way. And then we're going to make the gravy and then finish cooking the eggplants in that when we're done. You want to make sure and periodically keep flipping your eggplants just to make sure that they're getting evenly cooked from all the sides. And don't freak out too much if the oil kind of like starts splattering. Just reduce the heat to about medium-low. The eggplants themselves have a lot of water in them. So, there's going to be a little bit of oil kind of coming all over the place, but don't be alarmed, you've been warned. Okay, so my eggplants are done. They're pretty soft on the outside, so I've gone ahead and taken them out, and I'm draining them on some paper towels just to get rid of some of the extra oil. And now I'm going to go back and heat my pan again, heat up the same oil that I've used, and add some finely chopped onion to this. And you want to maybe go ahead and add a little bit of salt to the onion just to speed up the cooking process. And you want to cook it until it gets nicely golden brown around the edges and gets cooked. It should take about 3 to 4 minutes. So to the caramelized onions, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. And like I said, you can make your own or get some store-bought ginger garlic paste. And just give this a quick stir for less than about a minute or so. Just let it all incorporate. Okay, now to this I'm adding the paste that I made out of the sesame and the peanuts. I'm going to go ahead and add this to this. Give it a good mix. Okay, this paste, as you can see, has gotten fairly thick at this point, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, also known as jeera, and about 1 teaspoon or so of the coriander powder. It's just coriander seeds that have been powdered. About a teaspoon or so of cayenne. I'm not going to add an entire teaspoon just because I don't like things super hot, but you can go as crazy with it as you like. I'm also adding about a teaspoon or so of turmeric to this. Because like I say always, you can't make Indian food without turmeric, right? And you want to go ahead and season it with some salt. I'm putting about 2 teaspoons or so. And give this all a nice mix until it all incorporates nicely. And now I'm just going to add some of the tamarind water that I had soaked it in. And if you don't want to use like the regular tamarind concentrate and you want to use like the real tamarind, you can always do that by all means. Just get yourself like maybe a lime-sized ball or so of the tamarind, and then go ahead and soak it in the really hot water, and then squeeze out all the water from it so that you don't get any of the fibrous bits of the tamarind. But me, I'm super lazy. I'm just always looking for quick shortcuts, so this is what I'm going to use. So as you can see, this started to thicken up quite a bit, so I'm adding a little bit of water just to loosen it up. Now, if you had gone ahead and used regular tamarind as well as the water that was in it, you probably wouldn't have needed to add the water at this point, but since I used the tamarind concentrate, I'm throwing water in. And if you're looking for a very detailed step-by-step recipe of this dish, I'm actually going to go ahead and post Nag's cooking blog on my sidebar, so you can take a look at it. She's got a lot of really cool recipes in there, so do check it out. I'm really glad with the way this turned out. I've never ever eaten eggplants cooked in this style before. It's supposed to be a speciality of Hyderabad. It's a state in southern India, and they're known for oh, sorry, it's a city in southern India, my bad, okay. I'm probably sounding very ignorant right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and drop in my eggplants at this point, as you can see, so that they soak up all of this curry. But the dish is actually really cool. I love like that nutty taste that you get from adding the sesame and the peanuts, and you get this really nice peanut buttery texture to it. The tamarind adds this really nice sourness to it, really rounds up all the flavors really well. It's very different, very nice way to eat eggplants. Serve this up with some roti paratha or maybe some rice, and give this a shot. Let me know what you think. I've gone ahead and put a lid on the eggplant curry. I'm going to go ahead and cook it for about 5-10 minutes until everything starts to thicken up. Okay, I think my eggplants should be done now. They've been simmering for almost about 10 minutes. And yep, the gravy, as you can see, is thickened up quite a bit. So I'm just garnishing this just with a little bit of some finely chopped cilantro. And you know I've got to give this curry a little bit of a taste before I go, because it just smells so good in here. So gotta blow on it. It's gonna be hot. That's fabulous. Thank you for a phenomenal recipe, Nags. This is a sure hit. You gotta give this a shot. This is such a great way to eat eggplants. You get the sourness from the tamarind immediately. There's a little bit of a nutty taste of the sesame seeds. Once you take another bite, you can feel it at the back of your throat. There's a slight heat, not too much. This is such a great accompaniment to Hyderabadi biryani, but that's another video for another day. So for more quick and easy recipe ideas just like this one, be sure to visit my blog at wakeupandSmellTheMasala.blogspot.com. I will put the link for where you can find this recipe. It's a detailed step-by-step recipe on my sidebar, so be sure to check it out. I'll see you next time in another video.